Shuba-duba-dai. This blessed country, O land of beauty, I pray for thee. Some people have that wrong philosophy that politicians can save a country. They never try and do it spiritually. And now the system exploding on we. The country in a recession, a big change from the old time religion. Mankind rewriting history in a modern but a bad version. We living in our final days. Take a look and change your ways. For our beautiful country, going back to slavery days, only a prayer for the land can stop drug violence and crime. A prayer for the land. Yes, these are the signs of the end of time. A prayer for the land. The price of living, man, is so high. A prayer for the land, that even the rich like the poor cry. You say you're concerned and care. We country living in fear, but all are we born right here. So let's say a prayer. The Almighty Father will hear. And I see did and bad.
Get alive, get alive.
Shuba-duba-dai. Oh God Almighty, show some mercy on this our country. My world standard gone way down the drain. Little children using rum, crack and cocaine. It seems like wicked-itions gone insane. And everyone playing the dirty game. Too much guns and drugs in the country, owned by Tom, Dick and Harry. But if you're wrong, you must pay for it, for the law. No one above it. Put an end to victimization, oppression, and segregation. It's not a good thing for this country, so let's try and wipe it out totally with a prayer for the land, of fire and brimstone go burn with it. A prayer for the land. Some say they're picking out who should get bail. A prayer for the land. And that's why the prisoners burn down the jail. A prayer for the land. One day it must prevail. Please don't let this country become an next Haiti. No peace, no unity. Bow down humbly. The Almighty will answer we. Oh yeah.
Get alive, get alive.
Oh God Almighty, show some mercy on this our country. They now call we Terror Paradise Island. No longer a country where peace abound. Yes, I used to boast about my land of beauty, the freest nation with democracy. But now we are the capital for drug pushers and money launderers. Shame and scandal is on we, take it state tarnish universally. Some blame it on the politicians for the unstabilized conditions. We going from bad to worse, our blessed country now cursed. But a prayer for the land will help us to live with other people. I pray for the land, for that's why the nation in big trouble. I pray for the land, united we stand, divided we fall. I pray for the land, citizens answer your duty call. Righteousness exalts a nation, the most I hate poor man depression. So I'm calling on everyone to take a stand. Take heed, listen to my song. Did a bad over
To the Lord, to the Lord.
Shuba duba die. What? This blessed country, oh land of beauty, I pray for thee.
Sound of the man, King Craig, Calypso Craig, a prayer for the land, a prayer for the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm DJ Mauricio, and I'm coming to you live and direct from my bunker here in the Republic of St. Paul's, St. Kitts. You heard me right. I'm still here in the Federation of St. Kitts Nevis, and we have a lot to speak about this evening, continuation from the program last week. But just before we get any further into the chit chat, let me just drop this clip and let you know what this program is about. So it's all about keeping the citizens and the residents at home locally, regional, and internationally, what is happening in our beloved Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. So just stay tuned and take a quick listen.
Wednesday evenings are heating up. Log on to DJ Mauricio's Facebook Live broadcast every Wednesday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. It's a frank and candid exploration into the social, cultural, political, and economic issues affecting our federation. And just in case you missed it, you can also catch the broadcast on his YouTube channel, DJ Mauricio. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube and smash that bell. You will be notified whenever he goes live. DJ Mauricio, every Wednesday evening, Facebook 6 to 8 p.m. or thereafter on his YouTube channel, DJ Mauricio. Log on.
Yes, you heard it right. Every Wednesday evening from 6 to 8 p.m., we are right here. And the Mauricio's platform, Facebook Live, and followed by the YouTube broadcasting. Let's take a quick listen to what my boy Carbo have to say to you folks coming from Fountain Nevis.
Cabos, located at Fountain Village in Nevis, is the go-to spot for your Saturday treats. Tantalize your taste buds with his delectable Cabos Delicacy Goat Water. Or, if you prefer some soul food, then Cabos Punji and Fish is definitely the way to go. Call ahead and reserve at 869-663-9694. Then make your way over to Cabos and enjoy the vibrant atmosphere while you savor your delicacy. Cabos, we are not changing, we are only improving.
Food all over, food all over. You got the food all over.
You heard it right. Carbo have everything there on the island of Nevis for you, and he now does delivery on the island of Nevis and also here on the island of St. Kitts. So whenever you make your order and you speak to Brother Carbo, just let him know DJ Mauricio sent you. Let's take a quick listen to Sister Carmen of Carmen Caterers.
Girl, Sandra, you know where you can find nice, fresh local food 7 days a week, one provision and all kind of thing. Girl, where? Right down there by Shellings, by Carmen Catering Services. Girl, she opposite the bus stop. Girl, and she also cater for weddings, parties, anything you want to cater for, funeral and all. Girl, And trust me, you're gonna enjoy the food. And she also selling bites and sundaes. Opposite the car shop, right down the main road. Girl, you could call 665-1494 or 663-6005 to order your food or go and pick up your food. Girl, the food will be finger licking and you get your money worth. You ain't want nothing better than that.
That's right. That's right. Sister Carmen is right on target with that. Right there at Shirlane, Monday to Saturday from midday until 5 p.m. Check Sister Carmen. I understand she won't be there tomorrow, but she'll be back on Friday. So, my good people, remember to check out Sister Carmen on Friday and Saturday, and then down at the Boys Village there. Bus stop across from the Ogawa shop from midday until 5. Let's take a quick listen to how my boy, Brother Malvern comes after set to us out of there.
Hey, this is Malvern from Spectrum Band, and you're listening to DJ Marisha, playing you the best in Caribbean music. Hey, this is Malvern from Spectrum Band, and you're locked into DJ Marisha. Keep it locked.
Right there. And you know, folks, this evening, as we get ready to go into the deep dive of really what's taking place in our beloved Federation, I'm going to kick off with the commentary for J.A. Dwyer Astafan today, because we're going to have some serious conversation this evening. Serious conversation. Somebody might be upset at the end of the evening with me.
Greetings. One night in the early 1980s, a police officer named Stafford Grant, while on duty at Frigate Bay, was shot in the head, gangland style. He saw something he shouldn't have seen, and he had to be silenced. As far as I can recall, nobody has ever been charged or convicted for this crime. Those were the early days of the cocaine trade in this country, and Stafford Grant's murder marked the beginning of a story which continues to this day to be written in blood. Drugs from the south in endless supply, guns from the north in endless supply, and us in the middle, on the road that leads from the supplier in the south to the buyer in the north. Cocaine and guns go together, and the persons best positioned at that time to operate the trade in this country were persons who had the protection of power and privilege. The early 1980s were also the early days of the cannabis trade, and that too, being illegal, was at first dominated by persons who had the protection of power and privilege. It's unfortunate that a sensible approach to cannabis was not taken back then. In my own little way, I tried. One of the first letters that I wrote after becoming a minister in July 1995 was addressed to the then president of the National Medical Association, asking for a national consultation on cannabis. He never replied. Meanwhile, and for a long time thereafter, some people started accusing me of glamorizing cannabis. Only later on, when things began changing, for those people to bring in potential cannabis investors to our country. Meanwhile, both trades, cocaine and cannabis, operated on the basis of their own brutal system of justice. In those days, the banking sector and financial and transactional regulations were nowhere near as strict as they are today. So just like the cocaine trade played perhaps the major role in the rapid development of South Florida in the 1980s, we here in this country got our little share as well, and a lot of cocaine money found its way into our economy. We got a lot of bad press for this in the early 1990s when a police superintendent was murdered, as was the son of a government minister. I'm giving you this to give you a sense of the genesis and direction that this thing has taken us. In the early 1980s, cable TV was introduced, and it brought with it, unfiltered, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Mostly, at least in my opinion, the bad and the ugly. It dramatically changed people's lives and outlooks. In 1995, an older Jamaican gentleman doing business here in St. Kitts told me that St. Kitts reminded him of Jamaica 30 years earlier. And he said that he saw worrying signs of St. Kitts taking a turn for the worst, as Jamaica had done. One day, in or about 2005, I'm moving along in time, as I was walking up 4th Street, I saw a woman and her son who looked around 19-20 in age, walking in the opposite direction. The young man had just been released from police custody after a 72-hour detention. And I heard the enraged mother tell her son that the next time the police did that to him, he should bust a bullet in one of them. After the closure of the sugar industry in 2005, a lot of cane fields were left unattended and under-policed, and young, out of work, under-educated, although in some cases educated as well, working class youths now got their chance to make serious money. They grew cannabis in the middle of those fields, and they had to defend their crops and their businesses and themselves. So they gunned up, tooled up themselves with guns for protection, and everybody did what they had to do to protect their interests and to exact justice where they thought justice needed to be exacted. Of course, all of this led to an increase in guns and ammunition entering the country, and in the process, more and more people working in security agencies and elsewhere, in the public and private sectors, becoming compromised and corrupted. It was, as it still is, fairly easy to bring guns and ammunition into this country, and perhaps more surprisingly to the innocent observer, through our official points of entry. You will note from what you have heard thus far that over the years we saw the creation and the growth and expansion of illegal industries which provided for and included more and more people. And with that growth and expansion came lifestyle changes and progressive human degradation. What we are seeing and living today is the result of all of that. Loss of values, dignity, discipline, civility, ethics, morality, and social and national cohesion. More selfishness, superficiality, vulgarity, and violence. All of this made worse by movies, videos, music, social media stuff, etc., especially from the United States, Jamaica, and Trinidad. And of course, being copycatted here in our islands and nearby. Social media especially has given people platforms to accuse and abuse, to deride and denigrate, and to violate and vilify each other. We become progressively hateful and hostile towards each other. In short, everything has been setting up for the perfect storm of negativity, hostility, violence, and corruption in this country. And we reached the point where too many of us adopted that lifestyle. And while many of us may not act in that manner, we live like spectators of that lifestyle. We accept it. We are resigned to it, like we are watching TV. We have no backbone to resist it and fight it. So we would look at a fist fight between two schoolgirls with glee and a sense of entertainment, totally oblivious to the wrongness of it. And we would be eager to go and look at the body of the latest murder victim. It's a spectator sport. Too many of us have lost our compassion, our sensitivity, and our humanity. And this is why I ask us, why the hell do we pretend to be so surprised and outraged when all of this is happening? We are just as guilty and cold-blooded as those who pull the trigger. Yes, of course, crime and violence are indeed a mental health issue, but they're also a social issue, an economic issue, a political issue, a national security issue. This thing is worse than COVID. I say this with respect, but I have to speak honestly. We are a compromised, contaminated, and corrupt set of people. I don't want to call us a community because we are not. I don't want to call us a society because we are not that either. We're just people in a place. And I do not want to say that the adults in our nation's homes are primarily responsible. Of course, they are responsible for what happens. But we can't describe many of these structures as homes. They're houses. A home is a place of love and nurturing, of values, and building stable, productive, and compassionate and law-abiding human beings. How many of our homes are like that? Less and less. And I call on the political community to stop pointing fingers at each other. Stop fomenting hate and divisiveness. Remember, people know who are the prime movers in these illicit trades. People know who have been the gun dealers and facilitators. People know things about the instigation of many high crimes in this country over the years. So those of you in the political community, stop pointing fingers and start now trying to redeem yourselves by fixing the problem that you all were primary causes of. Recent events suggest the Colombian presence continues in this country. In addition, local criminals are connected to others in CARICOM and to people in other regional countries. And this is a good reason to stop this free movement thing and to institute serious screening and vetting before allowing entry. Our security agencies need to be cleaned up, and I am not convinced that simply throwing more and more money at the problem without a strong and sustainable action plan and without cleaning up will solve anything. Social and economic intervention strategies are needed, and there are other medium and long-term steps that can and should be taken. But right now it is clear that some of these young men are not going to change. And the 40 years in jail for gun possession will not deter them as long as witnesses and other people can be intimidated and bribed or otherwise compromised. These criminals are not living happy lives, you know. They cannot sleep with two eyes closed, and they have to keep looking over their shoulders day and night. A lot of them are stuck in the lifestyle, or maybe we should more accurately refer to it as a death style. They should be given a chance to get out of that death style, but they have to make a choice now. And if they don't make that choice now to get out, then they have to take what they get. They choose their fate. The country cannot continue this. It has to stop. A country's stability, security, and good name and sustainability are at stake. This is terrorism. Cannot be allowed to continue. I call on the government and you, the people of this country, to take a stand now. You have to choose which side you are on and to act accordingly. Any decision you take will be tough, but the consequences of choosing this side of the criminals are far worse than the consequences of choosing the side of saving the nation and its people. You either sacrifice for a bit as we get this mess cleaned up, or you sacrifice for the rest of your lives and for the lives of your children and grandchildren. You choose. You see what's happening in Haiti and Jamaica and now Trinidad? The gangs are running those countries, certainly Haiti, and you're hearing news coming out of other islands in the region. You want that to happen here? The majority of the people in this country, we must now come together and become a gang of forceful, decisive, and resolute peacemakers who will end all the criminal gangs. It is time for us to take control, not to allow them to intimidate us. If any intimidation is to happen, let them be intimidated. We have to liberate our country. The country is under siege, and I'm not being hyperbolic here. In this regard, let the police and the defense force do their work and cooperate with them. Of course, we will not accept bad eggs doing bad things, but we have to work with the peace agencies. And I would have no problem at all if the government brings in a group of 30 to 50 highly trained and disciplined professionals to help clean up this mess. Keep the criminals on the back foot. Keep the pressure on them. Squeeze the resources out of them. Hire a canine unit from overseas until you build your own. We should have had one 20 years ago. But some people in decision-making positions were not interested in listening to that. And I'll tell you about canines. There is no bad man who feels he's a bad man when a canine is on him. We've had enough of this crap. Everybody must understand it's over. But it can't be over unless you, the people, make it happen. Don't call on the government. Don't call on the police. And you stand off like a spectator. Now, a lot of these hardened criminals are juveniles. So if the law needs to be changed to strengthen the hands of the law and to protect the country from these criminals, do it. This is decision time. and action time. You have to choose which side of this struggle you are on, and you have to accept the consequences accordingly. As I end, let me tell you that I wrote a paper in 2008 entitled Crime, Its Causes, Consequences and Cures. I presented it to Cabinet for discussion. They ignored it. I'd be happy to share it with you. If you're interested, call me at 662-4921. Remember, the time is now. No more talk. Action. We have to save our country. Thank you.
Yes, that is the commentary for the Honorable J. Dwyer Estefan for today, Wednesday, 28th of August. Final Wednesday of the month of August. We are heading into September, my good people. And on that note, this Wednesday brings us to exactly 1 week since we laid our dear brother, our icon, the brother Lord Black, Conce Edwards, the Buffalo Soldier, to rest. And you know, I had a funny, special dream on Monday night. And I will share it with you, because I know we as a people, some of us don't believe in these things. But I always believe that the spirit moves in mysterious ways. When someone dies and leave this earth, the spirit have to be someplace. And for whatever the reason, I have been knocking around my head for the past couple of days about what I can do to keep the memory of Conce alive. And I came up with two things. The first one is very simple. The first one is simple. I would like to donate, sponsor a trophy for Sugar Mass this year in the honor of the Lord Black for the winner of the Calypso show. That is easy. The next one was, as I go around the island and I look at what is happening, if you folks been paying attention, you realize that the Prime Minister have sent his First Lady, his wife, to many of the Head Start schools, daycares, primary schools and stuff like that. And I have seen some donations of various material and various other appliances. I think one daycare school even get a stove. But one of the things that is challenging to a lot of these daycares is staffing. And since the government have changed, they have been ramping up and revamping and redirecting funds and money. Many of those places that had STEP workers or PEP workers, a lot of them are now let go, which leave those schools to struggle with their staffing, and also leaving parents with kids unable to put food on their table. So I came up with this idea, spoke to one of the daycares and asked them to try and identify someone who they think would be qualified to fill the role as a worker at one of these daycare. And this program, the DJ Mauritia program on a Wednesday evening, will reach out to you, the online viewership, the general public, to assist with some kind of donation weekly, sponsorships, whatever you could afford. Could be as little as $5. But we want to be able to assist one of these daycares with a worker and pay them their weekly salary. And it can be done very easily. And I'll say this to you. I am not coming here this evening with hot ear and just saying this. The new term starts next Monday for school in our beloved Federation. And I already have given instruction to a daycare of my choosing to interview and find someone that this program will make its first installment of weekly payment next Monday to that school, so that we can not only help out the daycare, but put food on some parents, some kids' table. Because for those of you out there have it like that, you all might not believe this. But I was at a supermarket over the weekend picking up some stuff. And I look at what appears to be a Spanish lady, had 2 other kids on the ground next to her, and one on her chest in her, what you all call that, carrier. And she picked up a couple of things. And when she tried to pay for those things, apparently there was no money in her card. But the language barrier was definitely not going. And I'm saying for a young lady that looks as lovely as that, having 2 kids on the ground and one in that hamper, she must have some man in her life. And she will go home and she will get whatever she needs to get there. So I didn't even make a big deal about that. But when I look at our local citizens in St. Kitts Nevis struggling, parents complaining about not being able to pay their utilities and not being able to put food on the table, I came up with the idea of sponsoring a worker until the government get their act together and do whatever reshuffling that they're doing with the PEPA STEP program. So we're going to kick off that next Monday. We're going to ensure that there's a worker. I reached out to the Edwards family and asked them permission to do these 2 things, and they have given me their blessings, and I want to thank them for that. And I want us to continue holding the Edwards family in our prayers, in our hearts, and know that they're going through a very rough period at this time. I reached out to Brother Edwards' daughter earlier, and basically she was at the cemetery at her father's grave, still going through a very rough period at this time. The funding that I am trying to get weekly is not no big money, people. Very small money. Salaries here in St. Kitts Nevis are very small. 200 US will cover it weekly. 200 US. So people like Naomi and Rosita and you guys, you all could throw $20 my way and I went once a week to help with this project. I know a lot of you out there sit back home and you feel like, well, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. You all cannot just be out there cussing government and cussing people and throw back your all foot and just relax and don't contribute. We need to come together and help the situation. So I am appealing to you folks. The information is on the top of the screen. You can send money via Zelle. You can send money via Cash App. You can send money via PayPal. As a matter of fact, you see me on the street, you can give me the money. You could get a receipt for it. And if you prefer to go into the bank and make that deposit, feel free to go to the National Bank. The name on the account is Jeffroy Marichal National Bank. It's a savings account. And the account number is 36135. Again, you can go to the National Bank or send to the National Bank savings account number 36135. As I said, whether I get any contribution or not, we're going to make sure that that school got their first payment to pay their worker next Monday, because I already gave them the instructions to get someone on board, because at the start of the term, I know they're going to be going through a rough period. Before I drop a track here by my boy, King Elimat, and this track is a very serious track, This track is entitled Politics Killing We. The politics is getting the better of everything else, overshadowing all the good that we can do. So before I get into the music and the conversation continues, let me say good night to some folks online. Folks, Sister Avanel Watson, good evening, welcome to the ride. Sandra Griffin, David, welcome to the ride. Dave Warner, Kelvin L. Maynard, welcome to the ride. Wilma Prokop, Sister Dorothy Allen, how you doing, my mascot? Good seeing you. De Francis, Monica Brown, good evening. Pamela Francis. Larry Wharton, how are you doing? Welcome to the right. Smelter Jeffords. Peter Line Carey, welcome. Brother Luther Kelly. Man, you could take some of that honorarium out there and contribute to this incentive, you know. Let's try and do something in honor for the Lord Black. Just tell Julian you and him would just drink 2 skull less a week and contribute that $10 to the cause, and everything will be good. Evan Smith and Phipps, welcome to the ride. Sister Beverly Mawisha, good evening. Hope all is well. Visha Stapleton, Jermaine Anthony, welcome to the ride. Terrence Arindel, welcome. Bertram Farrell, Velas Douglas, welcome to the ride. Anderson Douglas, Gemini Nisbet, good evening, welcome. Sister Woodland Hill, welcome to the ride. Romeo Paris, big up my brother, hope all is well with you. Barbara Edwards Matthews, welcome to the ride. Alvin Brown, it was good seeing you to the King, hope all is well. Hilla Brown, welcome. Septimo Hanley, Sandra Merritt, in Quilly, you there? In Nisbet. Curtis Crook, Corridor, my brother, welcome to the ride. Deacon Harold Jeffers, welcome to the ride. Wanda Brown. Magdalene Sargent, welcome to the ride. James Hobson. Heather Smith, welcome to the ride. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a bit. Ivan Maynard, welcome to the ride. Sheldon Henry. Brother Thaddeus Jefferson, how are you doing, sir? How is the Florida area there? Annette Mary Nisbet. Horton, how are you doing? Brother Jamarish, how are you doing, son? Hope all is well with you. How is Sister Jazz? Welcome to the ride. Linda Clark, Clayton Davis. Annette Morton, happy belated birthday, sis. Hope all is well with you. That's Elder Francis. Damien Jeffrey, welcome to the ride. How are you doing? Golden Alley. Hope all is well. And these numbers, these names are up there. Can't call all you guys' names this evening. You're all gonna kill me. Wow, in this bit. Chesley Watson, how are you doing, my brother? Brother E.K. Flanders, how are you doing, my brother? Welcome to the ride. Carol Libert, Desmond Claxton, the man King Chubby, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Janet, Carol Libert, Carmen Libert, Seaton Murray, how are you doing? Brother Ivor Henry, how are you doing, officer? Hope all is well with you. Brother Eustace Hendrickson, how are you doing, my brother? How is things there where you are? Are you back home in Texas? Or are you still traveling? Fanny Herbert, Grace Elliott, Olivia David, Brother Sebastian William, how are you doing? Brother Ken Gonzalez, how are you doing? How is Sister Debbie? Ken, I'm going to send you some information. If you're up to it, you can drop on screen and join me. Any one of your Calypsonians online or anyone that wish to drop in and give you a tribute or condolences to the Black family, feel free to do so. Brother Elvis Williams, aka the King Freddie, how are you doing? Janice Carty, Ashley Jeffers, Elvis Mawish, how are you doing? Naeem Hazel, how are you doing? Welcome to the ride. Zita Pontin, Darky Bayan. The people for Kent Benet Senior and Oakland Benta is watching. That's still happening, Brother Kent. Benetta Taylor, Andrea Brown, Janice Silcott, Claudette Thompson, how are you doing? Welcome to the ride. Darius Warner, welcome to the ride. Good seeing your dad yesterday, but Desmond Hicks is in the Federation with his family. Nice seeing him. So we're gonna drop a track here. This one is called Politics Killing Way, and this is from finals of 1992. So let me drop this one by the King Element.
Observing the running here in this country, I see corruption peering at me. We complained about the former, administration. Now we face a worsening situation. It's many years since the courthouse burned down. They raffle lamb, pick up money from all around. Well, I believe they go build it back. Now that election joyous near, but as of now, the wreckage is still there.
But if a labor man was in charge of this project,
he would have lose his job and perhaps his self-respect.
but because he's one of their own,
they allow such complacency to ruin this country. People,
politics killing we.
That's right,
you can't get a job with big education unless you worship the politician. If you're a pretty woman, oh God, you got it worse. Before you start to work, they must make love to you first. When election come, politicians low and humble, but when they win, they become inaccessible. And if they are doing something wrong and you dare to open your mouth, you got to leave St. Kitts or get knocked out.
And they want to know who is this that you vote for.
Now that's the first question to get the smallest favor.
Yes, they're walking and playing God,
invading your privacy. I get so angry to see
politics killing we.
That's right, Thank you, Steve.
oh, yeah.
Wake up.
They say Baby Rabin was a greedy man, but he can't touch the politician. It's all kind of millions, houses and land, they take you without any question. Just the other day, there was a big scandal. 100,000 they paid for one rental. Well, as the government of this land, you get in your vehicle duty free. Well, if it's that kind of money, you could have buy more than 3. So they fool and they rip us off without mercy. They pay the less taxes. That is, if any. They don't really love this country. As far as I could see, they could vex with me, but
Politics killing we.
oh yeah.
That's right,
Yes, they do be bad. They damn near kill me. Why? Just because I sing and say what I see. They stop me from playing. Anywhere I go, they mash up me livelihood and me family. Just so, don't mind. Our hospital is in need of a repair. they don't mind, cause they go where to get health care. Our police force lacks discipline, and the civil service shaky. Now look how sugarcane is a dying industry.
Now they're fighting amongst themselves
In the open, as God is our judge, that is bound to happen. Well, look how they fire their deputy, kick him out of the old party. Please wake up and see, politics killing we.
Yes, my good people. And that track was from back in 92. So you guys see that we are living like deja vu. Because Elimat is singing about these bad things with the politics killing us in our beloved federation. And we are now in 2024, 1992 to 2024. A lot of work was not done to that hospital up there. You know? And some of them carry, what they call them, Karanko? They must call some word, I know what she meant by them, but I would like to know what Karanko meant. But that last Team Unity administration that comprised of the People's Action Movement, PAM, with leader, my boy, Sean Richards. The CCM, the Concerned Citizen Movements of Nevis, led by Premier Brantley, and now leader of the opposition, Brantley, and the former Prime Minister, Timothy Harris. I mean, what were they doing? They had the place up there in a mess. And if you listen to them today, campaigning, yesterday, realize the amount of work that has been done at that hospital in the short 2 years that the new Labour administration took over. Nobody wants to give Dr. Joe credit for what he has done in a very short time in the health system here in St. Kitts. I'm going to give him credit for that, you know. But I'm also going to call him out for allowing some of his colleagues to be running rampant and doing situations that, to me, did not fit into what the campaign, and you know, I think the campaign had 7 or 8 pillars. 7 or 8 pillars, the campaign, and what they're going to do for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. And yes, I have seen many things implemented, laws implemented, but it looks like the age is gone to sleep. I ain't hearing about him these days. I can't find Hanley. I see him at a funeral last week, at the Lord Black funeral. I saw him at the cemetery. I gonna call you. I still can't get the call yet. Somebody took his phone away. He don't have no data. Well, tell him I could come to him, you know. If his phone is not working, DJ Marisha can come to him because we need to talk. You were elected to represent the people. You were given a portfolio to take care of the people, not of your family and friends. And these are the things that it seems as though some of our Labour supporters, they whisper in the corner, they call me and they complain, but they're not telling how you're going wrong. And how you're going very wrong, you know. Or you're paying the criminals them, as they say, not to commit crime. I made an appeal last week during the Lord Black funeral when I did my tribute. And I asked for you guys to put down the guns. Well, I hope I ain't talking too soon. But I don't think I hear nothing for the week or for the weekend. So I hope you all continue to leave the guns them where you all have them. Don't aisle them up as yet. Let them relax still. Because I want you so-called gangsters or criminals to understand that we are more than the 11 of them in parliament, you know. And if you guys will just organize yourself, is you claim you're organizers, you got the votes to elect one of your members. If the people you all elected are not doing what they're supposed to do, and pressure is reaching all of us, we got the numbers to elect other people who understand the situation. Because I am of the view that Jeffrey Hanley, the Honorable Jeffrey Hanley, does not understand the situation on the ground. If he did, he would have picked up a phone by now and give me a call. He does not understand what is going on. They have not got the grasp of what is going on. Because when they're having the event, you know, they're not coming in the community to do these things. They're going to Kittitian Hill. They're going to Marriott. They're going to all the top high-end areas, and they're carrying the big shots with them. They don't understand what's going on in the ghettos. They don't understand what's going on in the villages where people are suffering. And this is why I decided to take this initiative on behalf of the Edwards family in honor of the Lad Black and ensure that somebody in some community could put food on the table, could pay some utilities, could take care of their kids, while some school will get the support. You understand? We need to do the right thing. It's been 2 years. You love your labor, good. You love your prime minister, good. Let them know the people who are hurting. They hurt under the previous administration. Some of them say they are hurting even more under this administration. It's time that we bring some relief to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. I don't know what's going on over there in Nevis. As I said, the Nevis people are special because I tried to help them. I did my best to help them. But I know we here in St. Kitts, we are capable of rallying. They're capable, you know. Prime Minister Joe and his team is capable of making a change. They are capable of making a difference. But we got some blind supporters are clapping for them, jumping up, telling them that they're doing a good job. And that is what they want to hear. They don't want to hear from Marisha. Marisha not telling them that. Marisha is telling them what he's hearing on the street. But a lot of them, that they're bowl full at home and they're pan full in the yard. Some of them out there, they're working for government, you know, but they're driving bus and taxi and car and buggy, taking bread out of people who only have one dip. They're dipping 2, 3, and 4 times in the system, and they're doing good. But the poor man who crying out, Lord, please for some relief. And since I'm on that subject, you know, since I'm on that subject, let me send a message to my boy Big Lies. Because I love Big Lies as an individual. I love his spirit. I love his fighting spirit. But sometimes we got to stop and think and know what fight we want to take on. I have said to people over and over again, I am not going to go after any politician or any party just for likes and then destroy the community. My mission here is to build a community, build confidence in a community. And I'm saying to the community, you elect a government, they're not doing what you want them to do. We know how we could do it. We know how to take care of that. We did it in 22. We could do it again. So when I look at the period of COVID from 2020 to elections of 2022 and now, there were many taxi owners, many bus owners that suffer under the farmer administration. Many of them lost their buses. Many of them lost their taxis. People lose their house. People lose their wives, their girlfriend, their kids because of the nonsense that the farmer administration did. So if my boy Rambo, who is a hard-working man, I understand he just got married, have a young wife, have things to do. He suffer under the situation of COVID. Contracts, I understand that he had down at the Ross University was taken from him during the COVID. So the man get a big setback. So I'm asking you, Big Lies, if the man get a little job with government, that is not something to come on social media to attack Rambo about. you should be happy that somebody is benefiting. Somebody is getting the help. Because my boy set up last taxi. Several other people lose their taxi when they should have got help with all the stimulus after stimulus the farmer had and his team, the scheme Unity, said they was giving out stimulus to help people, which the stimulus never reached to the people. So, but a big lies. The fight that we have on our hand is not about Rambo or other citizens that might be benefiting a little. It's about holding the government foot to the fire and get this program the support that they need. It cannot be more important to pump money into peace program, now elevate program, while our young kids, babies, daycare, Head Start, mothers out there that is suffering left, right, and center cannot benefit, but the criminal them benefiting. I know the bad thing about it is, if we really pay attention to what is taking place, you know, if we really pay attention to what is taking place, I somewhat understand why some of these governments think it's easy to pay criminals money, because they themselves are criminal elements in their mind. What they're doing to the people after campaigning to help people, after campaigning that they're going to change the status quo, they're going to make life easy. Simple hanging fruits. Simple hanging fruits that can help the masses are not being addressed. And these advisors that they have out there advising them, I really would like to know, is it a situation where the advisors are giving wrong advice, or the advisors are just there and they're not listening to them? I hear Dwyer talk about square peg in round holes, wrong faces in the wrong places, all kind of slang we get. But I know for sure, my view, after 2 years, we should not be hearing the cries that we are hearing in the rural communities in this country. There are things that can be easily put in place to help the poor people. Millions have been wasted. Billion has been wasted. If they don't have the answer, DJ Man, we should have a few answers, you know. But it appears though that unless you have been paid as an advisor, nobody listen to you. So I might have to pay me. Because when I come here, as I told the farmer Hag, you know, since it took you 2 years to schedule a meeting with me, I'll speak to the next Prime Minister and I'm going to try you in the public square. None of them expected elections to be in 2022, you know. I give you all the story before, you know. Right on this podcast, I had Dwyer and Sam. And Dwyer asked me the question, well, Jeffrey, make me understand something. If election was in 2020, an election is not due constitutionally until 2025, well, how you expect to get election in 2022 that you're campaigning for? This was a question Dwyer asked me in 21, you know. Election was in 20. And I remember Douglas and them out there posing off, wherever that in restaurant taking break while in opposition. And when question is asked, they say they're cocking the foot and drinking the coffee. Some say they're drinking water and minding the business. Some of them cussing off Dr. Drew because he's running for leadership of the Labour Party. Some of them say what he want leadership for, because he can't even win his own seat. Word after word. DJ Marie should get someone in the backside. Maybe that's what make me fat. Right? That was the situation. But what I am seeing today, the same people that was out there cussing out Dr. Joas, cussing off Labour, trying to discredit the DJ. A lot of them is in top position now. Some of them in the mission in New York. The same mission that I went to look for Patches, Ambassador Patches Librarian, brother there, Alva Pemberton. The same mission where I went, where a small group of people came to support my efforts when they arrested 3 people in St. Kitts for carrying placard. When they tear gas our citizens uncalled for. When I decided I'm going on to the mission, because it was a humanitarian disaster looking to happen in our beloved federation. I look at the then Prime Minister Timothy Harris was trying to be a dictator. People like our now Governor General, Marcel Alaibert, could not be seen talking to me in the street. Sam Kanda could not be seen talking to me in the street. And people, this is real. I had families and friends in the police force couldn't be seen talking to me in the street. They had to hide behind all kind of corner to talk to me. This is the reality that we are dealing with. The first request I put into march on the streets of Bastia to bring some attention, they denied it. I decided I'm going to march by myself. Sam Kanda said he's with me. He's marching with me. But Sam Kanda could not walk the street of Bastia with me. Sam Kanda and his wife drove around in their car behind me. Every street I go through McKnight and every road of Bastia. Sam stopped, he come out and he wave. He go up to the top of the other road, he come out and he wave. Many of them was too afraid of Timothy. But all of a sudden today, a lot of them get into high position. And them are the same people who want to see the DJ dead. Them are the same people telling the DJ, do not talk about what Labour is doing. Well, on one side, my boy Sweeney tell me, let's not talk about the previous administration. Let's just talk about what the present government is doing. Blame them for everything from the former administration. While you got the blinded Labour supporters, blind, their eyes wide open shut, cannot see the wrong that has been meted out to the people. They're going to say, Marisha, you're cussing the government. I don't cuss government. Anybody can recall when I did my assessment of who to support as leader of the Labour Party during the fight for the Labour leadership. Anybody will know Dr. Joe was on this platform before he even won the leadership. And I told him straight up, I'm a straight shooter. I am supporting you because that's what the people tell me to do. I am going with the masses. I spoke to you and I love what you said to me. You're a genuine person. So I am going to support you. But if you get in there, and not if, when you get in there, please don't disappoint me. Because when I come back, my grandmother always tell me that when your own lies bite you hard. Well, if you disappoint me, you're going to bite me hard, and I'm going to be coming at you 10 times more than Timothy Harris. 10 times more. We spoke since you were elected, Mr. Prime Minister. And I told you the same thing. And no matter what's going to be whispered in your ear out there, none of them could be as strong a supporter as I am for you. But the realities are, things need to be adjusted. If you got to reshuffle cabinet, reshuffle them. Because this month of September that is coming up, DJ Marisha gonna be more on top of things, you know. I was in observation mode for 2 years. Now, I'm in investigation mode. I want to know things. I want to know facts. I want to know what's going on with the CBI. I want to know what's going on with the prison. I want to know why nobody is arrested as yet with all of these criminal activities that you all say you all found. I need to know why. I am tired of waiting. Too many excuses. Why nobody really get arrested for Development Bank yet? Ain't one person was in there. Somebody has had to be in there. Yes, there's a case going on, but other people have to be involved. I need to know. I understand over 20 persons were let go from the CIU. I want to know what was going on there. The people want to know. This is not observation mode anymore. The DJ wants to know what were the findings, why no one is charged as yet. The fake marriages, I need to know what's going on. I went up in national security on Monday to look into a matter for a cousin of mine. And it was a simple matter, you know. Just imagine, a simple matter over a year ago. A cousin of mine live in the UK, filed for his daughter to get her citizenship by descent. Everything above board, by descent. Her birth date is September 30th, 30. The certificate came back having her birth date as September 13th. Simple mistake. So why they ask it taking almost a year or more to make that correction? Something as simple as that. But you all are proving criminal to get certificates and citizenship and papers within 30 days. People have confessed to me that they get their paperwork in less than 90 days, less than 30 days. Criminal elements comes to St. Kitts and is accepted, while our citizens get left behind and get knocked about. You know, the situation is, my good people, whether you're from St. Kitts Nevis, whether you live in St. Kitts Nevis, whether you live in the region or in the diaspora, we are all the same. Remember, Churchill sing a song, the same stick licking the wild goat, licking the tail. I have asked for this before, and I'm going to ask for it again. I want us to look at what is taking place currently in the Federation. I know Dr. Joe is not having, nobody can tell me nothing. I don't have no body, I don't have no cat, I don't have no dog. But I know Dr. Joe have to be going through a very rough period at this time as the Prime Minister of our beloved Federation. So I'm going to have a little patience with him. But the government on a whole, those ministers that represent your area, and I'm coming directly at Jeffrey week after week until he changes dirty ways. I am going to come at you until you change your nasty, dirty ways, Jeffrey. We need to see improvement in the livelihood of our people. That is your portfolio, and that's why I'm coming at you. You go out there, you have your talk like you're the biggest pastor, you're the nicest person, you're the most caring person, and you don't give shit about people. People talking, I'm experiencing. When you all see me come here like this, I come here because of experience, not from what they tell me. I see for myself. So I'm going to drop this track here from the King Element. Again, finals of 92. Take a listen.
St. Kitts and Nevis to unite, because the way we just fight down each other, believe me, just can't be right. If something went wrong between us way back then, now is the time to put hatred aside and start to mend. We so intelligent, so resilient, and oh Yet how come we still fooling and tugging and we still cannot realize that we are one people from the darkness of slavery, same history, common destiny. So when our foreparents came together from Africa here in chain, they shared the same pain, suffered sin and shame. Get it in your brain.
We are, yes, we are the same.
Same. My grandmother was born in Cox in Nevis. Good Lord, she fell in love and consequently came to live in St. Kitts. The sister Albertine was raised in Gingerland, and my best friend come from Cotton Ground, so we stand in hand. Lord, anywhere you turn, it's tradition and religion. So I don't know how the hell I go deal with this talk about secession, because we are one people from the darkness of slavery. We get the same knockout from Master Whitey. So when my black brother and your black sister had to toil day and night in chain, they shared the same pain, suffered sin and shame. So join the refrain. Tell them.
We are, yes, we are the same, same.
I born in Newtown, so everybody know I am a Christian. But when I check for me family tree, I'm also Nevisian. Politicians through the years divide and rule we, and while we busy making wars, they live high and mighty. Lord, unity is strength. We know this from since we small. It's time that we get together and make it better for one and all, because we are one people from the despairs of slavery. I said we get the same knockball from Master Whitey. So when my black brother and your black sister had to toil there all night in chain, they share the same pain, suffer sin and shame. I will tell you again.
We are, yes, we are the same, same.
Yes, that's the sound of the man King Elimat. And as he said, we are the same. And it appears as though that they think some of us from another planet, you know. The way some of them act When the campaign was taking place in 22 and things get hot, they were clapping, you know. As a matter of fact, one young lady during our march in Manhattan, during our demonstration in Manhattan, she told me, Marisha, I am here with you because I want to get rid of them Team Unity people, you know. But if the government get in there and start to screw up, no look for me, you know, I mean, I'll come help you demonstrate against them. I don't think it will get to the point where I would have to demonstrate against the Labour government. I have confidence in Dr. Joe, like I said. Something is going on. Something is going on. Somebody they're trying to protect. But I'm going to drop a track for you now, Dr. Joe, Prime Minister Joe. I'm going to drop a track for you. Because Starshield is a prophet, you know. Starshield sang a song some years ago about the old hag. You all had sorry for that old hag there in Tabernacle. And see how he root down St. Kitts. See the destruction that they stopped there and doing 7.5 years, calling it unity. So I'm going to drop this track for all your citizens, locally, regionally, and internationally. Because I want you all to know, no sorry for them when they destroy the country. We're only passing through. The amount of monies that they want in their bank account and the amount of condo and property they want all around the world, they ain't going to live to carry it with them when they're going. So I call them dirty mind, nasty people. They're not thinking about the country, they're thinking about themselves. Don't feel sorry for none of them. Let us do what we have to do as citizens. If the Prime Minister cannot do it himself, and the 1 or 2 in cabinet who's supposed to got a good heart, and don't have the courage to do the right thing, we the citizens can. So let's take a quick listen to this one.
Think about the situation of justice in our lands. Well, just conviction should be awarded to every man, can't we understand? That punishment or death to a criminal can't be in vain. For if he's jail for life or they hang him high, he would never disturb the next man again. Listen to my song. The position, why should you do wrong? There's no man who could ever be wrong and strong. So if a man commits murder, don't sit there and cry. You just hang him high and let my words condense true sense and go and tell my people that if they create more trouble, they would meet their fate. For all people say that when you're sorry for old hog, what would it do but turn around and go down you get? This advice I took from a story which I heard about a man named Bruno. In the whole of his life he wounded and murdered more than 300 people. But the judge was so biased because it was his best friend that he sent him to jail to pen on the key of the island so that he could not be condemned. What a big mistake. But Bruno escaped and swam back to shore. His main intention was to kill one more. So he caught the judge that sent him to jail and kill his tail. But why should I hang Bruno high, real high, in order to protect other people and prevent further trouble? But judge found out late, real late, that he was sorry for that old hog. So what he do? He turned around and rode down again. A man is caught exploiting the revenue of any island. No police should just warn him and set him free because of a high position. No, he should be treated the way they would treat any other man. For the law of constitution was made to govern each and every man that lives on this land, even policeman. While the police they're here to see we do right. This is no time to sit down and no time to take it light. So if a man violates the law, send him by any friend to get his ear shaven. Tell them policemen, even if Daniel is the best friend, to let him remain in the lion's den, let him meet the fate. Don't wait. But when they're sorry for that old hog, what would he do? He'll turn around and go down begging. Well, the hearts of man is so desperately wicked, and you know it's true. So you can't afford to let sheer sympathy and goodwill just overcome you. No, if a man violates the law, no matter who he may be, he could be pastor, turner, laborer, commissioner, opinion to keep the peace. You understand me? Take down the man and clean off the head. Feed him the same way the jailmen are fed. Otherwise he'll have time to gather more tricks inside his head. Now you clearly know you must go and tell Judge Glasgow. When he catch them, don't let them go. Let them meet their fate. Don't wait. But when he's sorry for them old hogs, what would they do? They'll turn around and go down he gets. Wait. Justice should be awarded to every man, whether black, white, rich, or poor.
Yes, Brother Kent, I see you on screen. Good evening. How are you doing?
Okay. Yeah, I was having a little difficulties there, but hey, I'm good. Hello, SKN. And people all over the world that's listening to this program, listening to this platform. It's good to be here, sharing the moment with you.
Well, Brother Kent, you got something on in the background. Whatever the background noise is, to turn it down.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was TV. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you shouldn't have better than coming with TV. Tell Debbie go in the back room, go watch TV. Tell her don't disrupt you when you're on DJ Mauricio platform.
Yeah, she's on the computer, so that's why. So she.
Yeah. No, tell her go in the back room. You know. Anyway, good evening, Deb. Good evening, Sister Debbie. How are you doing? All is well?
Yeah, she just you tell me chase her back, so she got back. But she's good. Everything good. Family good. Everybody good.
Well, Brother Kent, you look good on screen. Could you just give the folks a quick synopsis of who you are?
Say it again.
I say you look lovely on screen. You look younger than the last time I saw you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, could you just let the folks know who you are?
Yeah, well, to each and everyone out there, this is Kent, the man that you would know as Lord Kent in the Calypso world. And once again, I'm here supporting the cause, listening to what's going on back in the Federation, like I do, I must say most of us do on a weekly basis. And, you know, there's some really interesting things that we who on the outside here don't know what's going on. So we definitely appreciate Mauricio for bringing things to us. And, you know, we're just human, and we won't agree with everything, but you know, it's news, and then it's up to you to filter out what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. So, you know, we definitely appreciate Mauricio for bringing things to us. And, you know, we just human, and we won't agree with everything, but you know, it's news, and then it's up to you to filter out what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. So, you know, we definitely appreciate Mauricio for bringing things to us. And, you know, Good to be here. Good to be here. My main cause today, as you know, I normally don't come on Zoom, is to pay respects to my good friend, the Buffalo Soldier, Clarence Edwards. You know, actually, I have not gotten into the conversation since he passed away. I would normally touch base with GQ in the morning and stuff like that. So GQ, I know sometimes you might say, wait, I haven't heard from Lord Kent, you know. There's a lot of going on and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm here to pay respect to my good friend Clarence Edwards. And I want to send my sincere condolences to his family. And, you know, he is at peace. And I'm quite sure he would like you guys to be strong for yourself because he's gone. But the good thing is that we have all the memories. I also want to pay respects to Queenie G's husband, what's his name, Kayamba?
Yeah.
Yes, because yesterday I saw the message that she sent out on my WhatsApp, and you know, that was just another sad moment. But all I can say, you know, we are here today and we are gone tomorrow. So live life, live the best of it, and always be good to yourself and to others. I hope that the families, and not just these two families, but all the families, I mean, there have been so many things that I've heard going on in the Federation. And even our friends around here that we know. And, you know, we just pray for all these families and wish them health and strength to carry on until whenever that time comes, because it's going to be a time when we have to also face the mantle and leave planet Earth, if you want to put it like that. And basically, I just want to say that. I don't know, you know, you guys know me, right? When you give me the mic, I just keep talking. Sometimes you don't get a chance to really pass me up, because if I have what I need to say in my head, and like Marisha, you always say, you're going to say it and you're going to talk. But I just want to share a couple fun memories with me and Khan. So, I mean, there have been so many things. We all have memories. And I heard Marisha in the funeral, you mentioned something about Khan and his love for fried fish. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember, I think it was the last time I came down and compete, when I came down to stop the beating and got my beating. I come back up, head on my shoulder. The semi-final, or the final of the elimination was, I don't remember the place, but it's in the square, right? Right at the end of the square, a little bar right there where they had the final of the elimination. And after I finished singing, well, all night we were back and forth having a drink. And I was like, boy, I can't say I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. When I finish singing, we will have a drink. If you want, I will buy you your drink. He had his drink. I went on stage. I was the last performer there. I went on stage. I did my thing. We didn't know the result. We did not know the result. But he knew, because remember, he's that source of information. And so when I saw him, I said to him, so what you think? He said, Lord, what are you talking about? Your song, Stop the Beating, that's one of the most popular songs. You must be in the finals, otherwise something is wrong. So I said, okay, I'm gonna take your words for it, partner. And we stood there. He went around and got some information. And we met at the back, and he said to me, "Man, yeah, you're in the finals, man. You're in the finals. You're number one on the list." So okay, I said, "Okay, well now I could take this drink with you." He said, "Man, listen, I've been drinking all night. So hold on, let me call the radio station." I remember Chico was on. Let me call the radio station and give them the results. However, so for some reason, I don't think Chico understood when that he called my name first. It was Lord Kent, and he go down the list. And you know, I'm there listening with him. I could hear everybody playing radio, playing all around. Because you know, people come to the show and they still have the little radio, just like we do in cricket. And I heard, so Chico say, "What? You mean to say Lord Kent didn't make it? I tell you, he say he coming to stop the beating, and he get a beating here in the finals and thing." And that's how Chico was going on the radio, right? I was like, "Wait, what's wrong with this boy?" So can't say no, man. He misunderstood, and then he called him back, and he said, "No, Kent is the first name that I called." He said, "Oh, okay, I didn't hear that." So he said to me now, I said, "Boy, let's take this drink. You hear?" And then I go and head up Newtown because I'm in Newtown already. I'm gonna head home because I had some problems with my flight. I had to be in the last elimination this Saturday. I had to be in that elimination if I wanted to qualify. And so I got tied up. I left New York the Friday, and we had a snowstorm. The plane was delayed, so I was going Miami, St. Kitts. Plane was delayed. When we got to Miami, the other plane had left. So they put us up in a hotel, and I was like, man, it's a good thing that I booked my flight and come down on Friday, because if I do that on Saturday. So I'm saying that to say that after that hassle in Miami overnight and sleeping on the airport and thing, we had a lot of problems for them trying to put us in a hotel and stuff. I mean, I was really fatigued. I came to St. Kitts. When I come to St. Kitts, I had to run looking for Wingrove to get a brush up. That's how we got to call it. Although I sent Wingrove my music months before, say 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks before. Anyhow, I know those guys are busy. Went all up the village, get my little brush up. I wasn't satisfied with it, but he said, listen, Ken, you're a professional. You know how this thing goes. You sing a verse and a chorus, and we got you. I said, good. So the night I went down, the band itself, within itself, was making a few little errors, but I was just locked into the song, and I was with the crowd, you know, and sing along with me as a true professional would go. And I remember Khan said, boy, you're a true professional, you know, because a lot of artists, from the time that they hear wrong cards, they would be stopping. I said, me? I ain't stopping. I ain't even looking back at them. So I went on. I said, yeah, boy, I had a real rough 2 days now, so I'm going to just go home and relax. He said, boy, well, you offer me a drink. I tired of drinking. Let's go. Let us go up Market Street. Somewhere up Market Street by some woman who's selling fish. I was like, can't. So just to come back with the fish thing, he take me up by somebody. I don't remember the woman. I think if my memory serves me right, the person was from East Street. knowing the person. I don't remember the name. But he took me.
A woman he take you to, man. He take you to a man. It's a popular fish joint at Market Street.
He take me by this woman. He said, boy, let's go and eat a fish. Right? Let me go and eat a fried fish. I went with him. We ate with fried fish. And then that is how I cut out. So that's my first memory about him.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you something, you know. Your first memory was longer than Khan's 10-minute song. And I don't have much time leave. And as you just said.
That is why that's why I tell you when you give me the mic.
Well, I'm taking it from you now. I'm taking it from you. I'm telling you now. I'm taking it from you. Yes, I'm taking it from you. You just mentioned Yamba and Gloria, Lady G. So I'm going to drop a track. Queenie G. I'm going to drop her track here for us. We in this together. So let's take a quick listen.
Okay, definitely. Yeah.
It's Queenie G for Sugar Mass 49. For better or for worse, be it blessing or curse, for richer or poorer, we're in this together. As a federation in which to stand as one, it's each for the other, we're in this together. We are one big family under a theme, unity. We share one vision, one purpose, one mission. Never ever lose focus and let nothing divide us. But let us all remember we're in this together. And though the heavens fall, we can still stand tall, knowing that we're in this together. Come rain or shine, we know that we'll be fine, knowing that we're in this together. United we are strong, divided we'll go wrong, as we head into the future with the hope that we will prosper. May this ever be our mantra. We're in this, we're in this, we're in this, we're in this together. Choice again, determined who would reign. So stop crying, brother, we're in this together. In spite of all you knew, look what you went and do. So why even bother? We're in this together. They say who can't hear does feel, and a deal is a deal. So stop the crying, it's not like you're dying. You were given an option and you made your decision. So spare me the hysteria. We're in this together. Under the heavens fall, we can still stand tall, knowing that we're in this together. Come rain or shine, we know that we'd be fine, knowing that we're in this together. United we are strong, divided we'll go wrong, as we head into the future with the hope that we will prosper. May this ever be our mantra. We're in this, we're in this, we're in this, we're in this together. To survive, we need each other. Coronavirus has served to remind us, no matter where we are, we're in this together. With millions infected and far too many dead, just
a stark reminder, we're in this together. The global economy decimated real badly, blunting the future, causing most to suffer. The road to recovery is not going to be easy, so build our agriculture. We're in this together. And though the heavens fall, we can still stand tall, knowing that we're in this together. Come rain or shine, we know that we'd be fine, knowing that we're in this together. United we are strong, divided we'll go wrong, as we head into the future with the hope that we will prosper. May this ever be our mantra. We're in this, we're in this, we're in this, we're in this together. Wait. Let us come together. Hold my hand. When all is said and done, don't care which side you're on, it really don't matter, we're in this together. Put politics aside, embrace national pride. The people, the agenda, we're in this together. Never mind your complexion, deep down we all are one, with love of country, that's worth more than money. And in this time of crisis, we need solid leadership, community and labor. We're in this together. And though the heavens fall, we can still stand tall, knowing that we're in this together. Come rain or shine, we know that we'd be fine, knowing that we're in this together. Strong, divided we'll go wrong, as we head into the future with the hope that we will prosper. May this ever be our mantra. We're in this, we're in this, we're in this, we're in this together. Let's put politics aside and seek to build our nation, for we are one federation.
Brother Kent. That was Queenie G's
Queenie G
rendition,
yeah,
which set the record of the first female monarch in our beloved federation with that one. Yamba really worked hard and her to get her to that
I know,
to that
yeah.
place.
Yeah.
I'm always happy to have a conversation with you, Kent, and happy to have you on screen, but we are at the 7:31 hour, at the bottom of the hour, and I'm getting out of here at 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna give you a chance to say whatever you want to say quickly. And if it's not quickly, if it's not quickly, and I'm gonna drop a track, I'm gonna leave you. So you're closing.
No. Okay. All right. Well, once again, now I just want to say my sincere condolences to Queenie G and the passing of your husband. Again, just another instant shock. I mean, the whole thing with Kant, it was really like a heartache. I mean, every day you just waiting to hear some news. But one other quick memory about.
No memory, Ken. Closing. I got time against me. Closing.
Yeah. I thought you say you have a half an hour. I have to take a
No, not for you. Not for you. To do other stuff.
Oh, not for me. All right. Okay. So, to the families of Khan and Queenie G, once again, I wish you guys health and strength to carry on, because that's what your family, your husband, your father would want you to do. Carry on, you know. God has called upon them for a reason. Okay? I know we need a few more Calypsonians up above, and we need a few more songwriters. So God has called upon them, and it's up to us to carry their memories, because their memories will always live on. And I just want to say, God bless you all, keep you, and give you strength once again to carry on. Also, Mauricio, I want to, like I always say, God bless you also for doing what you do, educating the people on what's going on. And it's always important to say everybody is not going to, I know, I always say you're someone who people love to hate. So that is something you already accept. But continue what you're doing, because there's many of us out here who don't know the in-depth of what's going on. And I just hope that your program will continue to be a blessing to those of us who look forward to it. To my federation, St. Kitts and Nevis, once again, I call upon you to be strong of the youth, the senseless killing, and all the crimes that are going on. Let's try to put that aside and, you know, make our federation one of the best in the Caribbean and in the world. Thank you guys for having me, for listening to me, and may God continue to bless us all.
Okay, Brother Ken, thank you.
Amen.
Thanks for joining, and tell my girl Debbie I say good night. Close the mic
Debbie,
there.
She said don't forget to bring the lobster when you're coming up. She said a big one this time, because the last time we get caught up with lack of transportation and COVID and all kind of things. All right. Thank you, Mauricio.
Cool.
And thanks to all the people who are out there listening in Radio Land.
All right, sir.
Listen.
Okay. At this time, I would like to wish my girl, their Faith, birthday over there in the Nevis. Happy belated birthday. Faith, I understand while celebrating your birthday, your mom passed away. Sister Omel Joseph Nisbet, affectionately known, close the mic, please, Kent. Affectionately known as Nana, who passed away last week. Her funeral is scheduled for Thursday, the 5th of September. She passed away on the 22nd of August. So her funeral will be, again, close your mic, please. Tap your screen and close the mic. Her funeral is on the 5th of September at the St. Thomas Anglican Church at 3 p.m. Tribute will begin at 2:30, and the interment will be at the church cemetery. So that's on September 5th. Condolences to Sister Faith and the family. And as we were speaking about death a while ago, I mean, a lot of death is taking place in our beloved federation. We don't need the guns to help us. You know, last week, a cousin of mine, I understand, just fell out, passed away, Sister Shirley. This morning, as I walked through the hallways at the hospital, a young lady came and grabbed my hand. She said, Mauricio, my grandson just died. And I walked with them into the ICU area. And the scream from the parent and the cousins and the rest of the family remind me of back in the 70s with my grandmother. My grandmother was the best crier you could have found. We jump on a plane, come to visit, she cried. We jump in the car, leave, go back to the US, she cried. She cried for everything. But when I was growing up as a little boy, she loved to beat. She loved Shehan, you know. But as I started saying earlier, I had a kind of experience on Monday evening there with my brother Cance Edwards. The funeral was last Wednesday, so they make a week. And surprisingly, Monday night, Cance came into my dream. And the clothes he was wearing really is that same suit that is on the funeral brochure. And when I saw Cance coming towards me in the dream, I was kind of skeptical because in my mind, I know he's dead. And I do not know how to deal with the situation, what to say, what to do. But lo and behold, Cance walked right towards me, shook my hand, and head past me, heading out to the hills. So I am of the view that my brother Cance Edwards have gone to rest. He came to let me know that he was satisfied with whatever we did. His family did a very great job on sending him off last Wednesday. And I want to take the opportunity again. I want to take the time out to thank everyone that came out and assist with the search. Everyone that came out to show support at the candlelight down there at Tony Berry's Liquor Center, next to the Patsy Allows Field there. And I also want to take the opportunity to thank everyone who came to the funeral and show the family the love and support that's needed at the time. I want to thank Sister Lynn for your continued support and strength throughout the whole process. You know, that is something that no matter when or how, whether you know the person's sick, whatever, you're still gonna feel it. But the way in which Brother Lord Black left us, it's still bothering me to today. Went missing on the 1st of August, was located on the 9th of August. Couldn't have been easy for the Black. Had to be a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. And my good people, I was on a roll a while ago, but as you know, the hour is getting down, is getting to the closing hour. So I want to take this time out to just say good evening to some folks. Sister Nelda Robinson, how are you doing? Good evening. Celine Tobias, Brother Adrian Berry, Mackie DeGuaya, Joel, Marlene Pemberton, Esther Idita, Markman, how are you doing? How is stuff there in the UK? Mellors Farms, Elvia Foster, Tamika Salid, David Atherton, Sabo Sanders, how are you doing? Hope all is well with you guys. Also, it's a good evening to Sister Gwyneth Marisha, Marsha Pope, Sister Ann Farrell Smith, Sister Cora Bennett, good evening. My brother there, Brother Carl Morris and St. Thomas, Sister Valencia Morris, Sister Patsy Brown, Man Avon Brown, Sour, how are you doing? Want to touch my daughter over there in the Ohio area. How is the grandkids? Hope all is well. Also, want to touch my favorite cousin there, St. Thomas, Sister Natalie Carty, how are you doing? Sister Nelta Robinson, good evening. Hope all is well. My sister Esther there in Tortola, Brother Makish, and the kids there, Joseph and Co. My brother Jean Paris there in the New York area. Good evening. My sister Alicia, Brother George, Sister Sherry, and Korea. I'm going to drop a track here. This one is called Vicious Circle, as we're going to try and get out of this for the night. I wish I could have stayed with you longer, but 8 o'clock, Brother Henry, Ivor, 8 is 8, huh? The King Star Shield, this one is called The Vicious Circle.
What is the reason for you to fear the iniquities of wicked men nowadays, when you are aware of all that is in their minds is to upraise strife and confusion. But the same does fall on their children, down to the third and fourth generation. Corruption, I say, it could work, but it just can't pay. For most people who are living sky high today, got rich in dishonest ways, and living with day from day to day, I can say that if they could hold the key to destruction and upturn this place to confusion, they would strive to do all they can do. So this message I bring to you, especially for them wicked people, and it's not lies. So listen to my cry. If a man spit up to the sky, it must fall straight back in the eye. Some men would even use their position to seduce young women of this nation. Say, isn't it wrong? When coming out of school, trying to get employment, and to be successful, they must be present for interviews at their residence at 8 p.m. instant, or somewhere they never went. I call it a bed and back situation, breeding corruption over the land. But they'll cease from their wicked plan when they understand that the one who holds the key to destruction, someday he'll turn their life to confusion. They continue to seduce my people. For when he see they're getting too far, he would take away the power before they die. So they'll know it's not lie, that when they spit up to the sky, it must fall straight back in their eye. Broadcasting and rumors going around, information about wolves in sheep clothing, keeping us down. Just like Jim Jones, the minister over in Guyana, using God's name to make a cover for the land he want to take over. He didn't mind to kill a multitude at one time, after making them sign him as beneficiary of their social security. But not he didn't live to spree his decree, for he do not hold the key to destruction to stop them from shooting him down, or he'd openly let it be me. But the one above has the plan to make all them decisions, and if I lie, oh, he wouldn't have to die when he spit up to the sky and it fall straight back in his eye. I do not intrude on no specific man, for when I sing my song, I just sing it from true inspiration. Whatever I do does surely affect me too. For whatever deed that I do, it becomes a vicious circle. Vanity never makes happiness for you, so you should never spoil your future days for vanity which does not pay. For happiness can only be when your mind is free, and you know who holds the key to destruction can make this a happy nation if we strive to do what we should do. That's why this message I bring to you would help us to juggle through, let it reach you high. So even if I die here, I spit a blessing up to the sky, let it fall straight back in your eye.
Yeah, man, you got to spit a blessing up in the sky and let it fall right back in your eye. You give and you will receive. As I said at the top, I have decided to create this initiative where we're going to try help some needy mother and their kids to put food on their table, while at the same time assist one of those struggling decades out there that need workers by paying a salary for the next couple of weeks until the government decide to kick into gear and do the right thing for these families. I will continue my campaign until the people start feeling the relief. It's time for the citizens in the ghettos, in the alleyways, in the villages, wherever. It's time for them to start feeling the relief. Too much big man out there keep getting dividends. As I said earlier, some weeks ago, the criteria to be getting dividends from CBI, you must have a social. How many people in St. Kitts have social? How many people even had a job? We need to know the poor man and the poor ladies and the poor fathers and kids benefit from the soil. Well, folks, as we bring down the curtain here this evening, I just want to say to you folks over there in the New York area, this coming weekend is the Labor Day weekend, the Labor Day affair. I understand my boys, the Small Axe Band is on tour. There was over there in the Belgium area, there was in the UK, Leeds and Birmingham, and they're heading across to the Boogie Down Bronx in New York. So come this Friday, the 30th of August, Marty's Grill will be on fire over there in the Bronx at 789 Fairmont Place in the Boogie Down Bronx. It's very close to Tremont Avenue, close to Prospect Avenue, close to Cortona Park. You can't miss it. If you ever heard about Chief's Place, Barbary and Henry Place, that's the place to be this coming Friday. Marty's will be there from 6 to 11 p.m. You're going to have DJ Menti, Hellfire, Reckless Music, the meet and greet, the Small Axe Band officially by that's by the Upfront Band. You all remember Jordan Williams with the Cool Runnings Band? Well, Jordan now have a new band called the Upfront Band. So you're going to have the man DJ Menti, Hellfire International, Reckless Music, the Upfront Band, and the Small Axe Band. Check them out. And the menu seems to be a very lovely menu. They say they have fried fish, steamed fish, barbecue chicken, Johnny cakes, barbecue pigtail, fish water, fried shark. Well, I don't know if you all know Marty cut off his locks now, you know. So between Marty and Crazy and my boy Mac 10, I don't know which Rasta gonna be there because all them cut off the things, them, all them are bald now. And you don't have to be dread to be Rasta, so they might still be Rastas, from what I know. But go and check them out, check the team, and let them know that DJ Maui shall let you guys know what is happening. So, as we pull the curtains down for the night, let me take you back one more time to my boy Cabo and bid you folks a good night. Before we say good night to you all, you know, let me let you folks know, I just want to big up the good people there at the Island Purified Water in Newton Ground there, St. Kitts, the man Brother Powell, Scatter, and the team there at the Island Purified Water. I want to thank them for keeping the DJ hydrated when he's in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. So, as a matter of fact, let me jump straight into my closing song for this evening because 8 o'clock I want to be out of here and did that. So, Brother Cabo, Carmen, and the rest of the crew will follow up on this next week. But we're going to drop the unofficial anthem of St. Kitts Nevis. This one is called Arise by the late great the King Arrow. And you know, once this track is dropped, that is it for the evening. So I want to thank all you folks that logged on and stay tuned, in tune to what is taking place. Don't forget to make your contribution towards Brother Lord Black initiative.
country dying and never lend a helping hand. Would you see your children's future dwindling, creating much disillusion? Or would we watch on idly, disregarding our self-sufficiency? Maladministration, wrecking all and no. I said no, not at all. Citizens, let's unite and stand up for rights, all our lives and our lives. Let us reintegrate and correct our mistakes. Reunification, building a brand new nation. We'll move on together hand in hand. Rise, citizens, arise. The country is yours, all yours, still yours. Would you assist building a wall so massive or a bridge? Don't care how small, as one tends to divide our people, the other unite us all. Unambitious men just cannot be a part of this community. Displaying selfishness, a total lack of interest. No, I said no, not at all. Citizens, let's unite and stand up for rights, all our lives and our lives. Let us reintegrate and correct our mistakes. Reunification, building a brand new nation. We move on together hand in hand. Rise, citizens, arise. The country is yours, all yours, still yours. our mistakes. Reunification, building a brand new nation. We'll move on together hand in hand. So rise, citizens, arise. The country is yours, all yours, still yours.
Yes, and some of them say I could never stop at 8 and the dot. I could never finish this program at 8 and the dot, but I did that this evening. My good people, it was nice having you guys around. God blessings on everyone. Look forward to seeing you next week. Same place. I think we're going to come a bit early next week. We're going to come around 5 to 7 because, you know, we have this thing they call CPL cricket in our beloved federation. So I want to give the respect to the cricketers who want to go there and watch some cricket. So we will we will come a bit early next week and just drop out so that the folks can go and watch the CPL cricket. Thank you, Brother Ivor, for recognizing 8 on the dot. Yeah.